Every organization strives to make their customer experiences work better, but this can be challenging when the tools for the job are siloed applications that are scattered across different departments. If you want to create experiences that bring customers back and turn them into advocates for your brand, it's important to choose software tools that work together seamlessly. Getting everyone who impacts the customer experience within an organization onto the same page can be difficult under normal circumstances, let alone during times of change or upheaval that scramble all of our assumptions about customer expectations. Many companies, especially in industries like retail, travel and hospitality, have experienced revenue shortfalls and layoffs during recent turmoil and have struggled with negative customer experiences as a result of higher interaction volume. Siloed applications contribute to coordination problems within the organization, but there are other minefields as well. You're not helping yourself when every department buys CX-related tools independently without considering the impact across a long customer lifecycle. Important tools like analytics, for example, which literally work to define what success looks like, are separated by application and by department, again creating a siloed view of the lifecycle and the experience. With all of this working against good CX, we should think about this moment as an opportunity to tackle the problem head-on and get everyone involved pulling in the same direction. By improving coordination, the organization can unfragment complex customer journeys, making experiences smoother and friction-free. And this in turn encourages customers to stay longer, to spend more, and to spread positive word-of-mouth testimony about their experiences. This is especially important when you consider that by 2022, only 1/3 of organizations will realize the importance of branding and marketing a superior customer experience as a strategic corporate value that can attract and retain customers. So, friction-free experiences are a differentiator, plain and simple. For large enterprises in particular, where there are a lot of competing stakeholders, it can be challenging to get everyone aligned to the same goals. And that's why we believe it's up to the executive leadership to set the tone. They have to enforce collaboration and hold people and processes accountable. If you want to eliminate friction for customers, one of the best bets is to elevate a Chief Customer Officer or Chief Experience Officer into the role of goal setter. This also gives you visibility into costs, keeps things under control by helping to eliminate duplication of resources. There are some key steps to take to evaluate CX solutions for the enterprise. It comes down to focusing your efforts on central operational questions, while observing how actions and processes impact the efforts of different departments as customers move through their life cycles. For example, sometimes people get tripped up by the fact that the organization has a bias towards deploying software in a multi-vendor cluster, as opposed to an organically created whole. So do a culture check. Is this how your existing CX applications are organized? And then you need to have a clear view of which elements are essential, which are nice to have, and which are extraneous shiny objects that distract from the goal. Hopefully those essential elements already exist as departmental applications somewhere in the organization, or perhaps they can easily be added on. Consider whether a turnkey package that's focused closely on CX might be easier to deploy and maintain than a big labor-intensive system that has a much broader function and requires deeper IT involvement. Cost is going to factor into that equation as well. And in the end, frictionless experiences require you to dissolve the silos and work as one to survive and thrive. So, going forward, what should you be asking when going in search of applications to fit the bill? High on the list, you're going to want to consider whether your business needs better analytics and reporting for smarter decision-making. That's probably the case in most organizations, especially since some folks look at CX strategically, while others are more tactical. Ask yourself if there are inefficient workarounds and outdated processes that haven't been reevaluated in recent memory. Can they be reconfigured to increase productivity and to eliminate the bottlenecks that irritate customers? And, maybe most importantly, to get rid of silos, can you centralize the application stack into a single integrated suite of software that can scale to enterprise customer levels? Is there a simpler, less expensive way to deploy an integrated software suite? These may sound like aspirational goals, but my experience is that there are plenty of organizations successfully transforming their customer experiences into smooth, frictionless interactions. And they're doing it even in the midst of today's up-in-the-air business environment. It's an achievable goal and one worth pursuing. This is Keith Dawson for Ventana Research. Thanks for listening.